All right, so let me tell you what happened today. So, I went to a training this morning, and right after, I had on a dress or whatever, and I had on my booties, and my foot is still messed up from when I wore my other booties, so I had to buy me some skippies. So I went to Famous Footwear and I bought some sneakers. Um, my feet flat. I went to Famous Footwear and I bought me some skippies, right? So they didn't have any benches in front of Famous Footwear, but where I was, it was like a little seating area. So my feet were hurting so bad that I just took the first seat that I saw. And the first seat that I saw was next to a table full of black men, young and old black men, right? About 8 to 10 of them. So I'm not paying no mind. Like I sit down because my goal is to change my shoes and get on to where I need to get on to. But I can hear them talking about me. I can hear them talking about me, and I can feel them looking at me. You know what I'm saying? So I sit down, and the conversation goes from the homeless to me. One guy was saying, "Oh, she's spaced out because I wasn't paying attention to them, or so they thought." She's spaced out. One guy was like, she's thicker than a Snicker. The other one was like, that's the type of girl you take home to mama. And they just like blowing kisses and stuff at me. And I'm just like, I really just need to change my shoes so I can get going. And I just thought it was so interesting and so funny because do people respond to cat calls? Like, seriously. Like, all right, the other day, it was a nice day. So when I hurt my foot because I had on the damn shoes and I was walking, I walked past a construction site and the construction workers was like, "Hey, hey miss, how you doing?" And I'm just like, "Do you stop and walk back to them and say, "Hey, how are you?" Or like when people beat their horns at you. I had like a whole day full of this, right? When people beat their horns and scream at you through their window, do they expect you to walk to their car? And if they do, who walks to the car? Who walks back to the person who's giving them cat calls? Who walks back to the person who's blowing kisses at them? Like, what? Why? Why? What do you expect? Like, do you really expect me to respond to you? Or is it just like your sport? Is that just what you do to make yourself feel better about life? Like, I don't get it. Like, I really want to know what the allure is. I want to know what the appeal is. And I want to know if people actually respond and walk back to these people. Like, what do you say? Like, what does that say about you? What do you say for yourself when that happens? Like, I have so many questions that need answers, man. So many questions.